have Pauline Roux. She's a partner at Elaia Partners, and she's being part of our jury. And Juanjo Rodríguez, the founder of the Hotel Network. I believe they are ready. Are you there ready? Can we see them in the big screen? Pauline and Juanjo, there they are. Hello, Pauline, being the jury there and talking at the same time. How did you see the startups before we get into the conversation? Go ahead.
I thought the pitches were great, and I'm pretty sure I will get in touch with a few of them after the session.
Excellent. That's excellent news. So I believe you guys have questions for each other, and then maybe I'll join you in a little while. So go ahead, Juanjo, Pauline, when you're ready.
I'd like to kick off to a question with Juanjo. We are living tough times in this industry. You've been raising money recently, and the hotels network is already quite a scale-up. How are you navigating through this crisis, meaning especially as a software platform in the hospitality sector?
Yeah, so thanks for having me. So we provide software for hotels to grow their direct channel. So when the pandemic started, we basically did something that is very within the ethos of the company, which is to focus on the client. And we decided that it was not the time to try anything new. It was just to serve our clients and help them make it through the crisis. And that meant building some short-term elements and features that the clients wanted, having a lot of flexibility in how we were serving them, in how we were charging them too financially. But then the main idea is we focus all of the team, both our commercial team and the client success team, on just serving the client and ensuring that when many of the teams in our clients in the hotels were not even working, that they could still use our product, which they, by the way, needed more than ever, because one of the key elements of the product is communication in real time. So we just focus on the client and forgetting everything else for 3 months straight. And now our view is that we are back to whatever normal means now. But we are not waiting for anything else. Now we are dealing with the reality that we have. And Pauline, the thing is, you guys went through a similar thing, no? Because after all, many of your portfolio companies have probably been affected by COVID. So how does a VC go through a crisis?
Yeah, yes. Sometimes we forget that VCs go through crises themselves. First thing that is interesting is that actually Elaia is 20 years old. So it's been the third crisis we are going through. So it brings a bit of experience. I think what's important in managing a crisis is, and you know that perfectly as a CEO, is to keep a cool head. No panicking, no short-term decision only. So from a deal-making perspective, we haven't stopped making new transactions in this period. We have closed like 7 or 8 deals in the first semesters, new operations. And of course, a lot of our attention was brought to portfolio management and supporting companies. And then it comes to, having priorities and finding out what are the companies that need your support primarily. And from a practical point of view, what did we do? Instead of having, for instance, board meetings every 6 weeks or every 2 months, which is the kind of standard frequency we have, we had weekly or every 2 weeks meetings, kind of squad meetings to help companies manage their priorities. First one was cash preservation for most of them. So trying to help and give support in having grants, public aids program, stuff like that. And then it was more about discussion about how do I need or do not need to reorientate my strategy, my product roadmap in regards of what's happening. So we've been quite active as a sparring partner with a more frequency in discussions.
A lot of you might be thinking, why Pauline and Juanjo together? Well, obviously, Elaia Partners is an investor in the hotels network. The relationship between a VC and an entrepreneur and a VC is like a partnership. It's a kind of a Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, Don Quixote and Sancho Panza, fish and chips. So, but it's not easy. it's not easy to have a VC at home. Imagine when it's a foreign VC. So how did you build a strong relationship between a foreign VC and an entrepreneur, or the other way around, guys? How is this partnership coming along?
The fish or the chip, Juanjo?
Yeah, exactly.
Juanjo is the chips, for sure.
Exactly. Okay. So, element is we actually wanted a VC with an international view, because we are a very international company from the get-go. In hospitality, as many of the previous startups have mentioned, you are either international or you aren't. And so we already had an American investor, a Spanish one. So we were looking for a not like compulsory, but it was clearly a plus to have an international experience. And the funny thing in our case is that since we've met with Pauline many more times before we became partners than afterwards, because afterwards we have never seen each other physically again.
Well, you've seen it. It's possible. As Pauline said, VCs also suffer crisis. And as you've seen Juanjo saying, entrepreneurs also choose their VCs they want to be with. So this is a lovely partnership. All our love and best wishes for the hotel network and for Elaia Partners. Thank you for being as well part of a jury. See you soon at South Summit 2020.